Are Thunderbirds go with this Super Space Theatre release? Let's find out. So the first introduction to Gerry Anderson's work that I was exposed to was Terrorhawks. So I was already happy with the whole, watching puppets and that. It didn't really bother me. I thought it was cool. When I walked into the video store one day and noticed this new video called Thunderbirds in Outer Space, one of the movies from this collection, then I was like, this looks cool. Rocket ships and I'm in there. You know me, I'm a sci-fi nut. So I was all ready for it. Got it home, set it up. I can remember sitting there clear as day watching it on TV, and my dad walks into the room and he goes, "What's that you got on?" And I was like, something in outer space. And he's going, "Looks like Thunderbirds." And I'm like, "Yeah, it is. That's what it says, Thunderbirds." Mind you, I'm only 9 at the time. And my dad's like, "Oh, brains." And I'm like, "Huh?" And they're like, "Oh, the guy with the blue glasses, yeah." And then my brother and sister come in, and they're like, "Oh, Thunderbirds. Yeah, I remember Thunderbirds." And it's like, I don't remember Thunderbirds. Why is everybody remembering Thunderbirds? What I forgot was the fact that I'm a little younger than them guys. So there's a whole generation of family before I came into the picture. And so they grew up in the 60s. So, flower power and all that stuff. And whereas I was born in the 70s and grew up in the 80s, so it was a little strange for me. And so this was really this was my first introduction to Thunderbirds, and the fact that it had been around for a while, and so I couldn't wait to get more. Unfortunately, there were no more videotapes. It was Thunderbirds in Outer Space, and that was it. So I wasn't even aware that there were other movies. Pretty much what those movies contained were compilations of episodes, which was always confusing to me because I was remembering watching the actual movies to Thunderbirds, the real movies to Thunderbirds, and thinking, then that's not the one I watched when I was in the 80s when I first got introduced to this. I know what it looks like, and that doesn't look anything like it. And so it took a little while to learn, because we didn't have the internet back then, guys, that there were these other movies, a compilation of movies made to not only just to sell to networks so that they could show it as a movie, but also to hopefully people pick up the actual series if it was popular enough. I don't think they were popular enough. I know for a few of them they actually did make different series. So they had Thunderbirds, they had Captain Scarlet, which was another series that I was introduced to through those movies. I think I had Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons. And so, and I'll be definitely buying those again when they'll get released. Don't you worry, they will get released. It's just really, really good to finally have the thing that got me into this nostalgia, and to this really brings back nostalgia to me. It's just going to be good to have in the background while I'm doing whatever I'm doing, and just having, Thunderbirds and going for an hour and a half, rather than just an episode and then another episode and then you're like, what's going on, So this box set has some very interesting features, and I'd like to bring them to you now. So, so the features in this are minimal, and you know what? I'm kind of glad about that. It has some fantastic inserts, has posters for every single film that was released. That it also comes with some cards, art card type things, as well as original, has the original artwork that they use for the movies, and it just it was just the box as is that I really, really liked. I believe there was a fourth film that was supposed to be made. Apparently Anderson Entertainment will be releasing that in a new box set. I don't know if I'll get it. I think this will do me for a little while until I buy the complete box set. It's obvious to me that they've used these episodes that they've also used for the restorations for the Thunderbirds box set, collector's box set, which I'm not buying yet. That's for another video. So I thought this would suffice, because at least I get a little bit of an understanding of the restoration and everything that they've done. It's like I said, it's obvious to me that they've used those episodes that they've restored to make these. That's fine by me. You do what you like. You've got to try and make your money back, because it is expensive to restore and to get proper film transfers and everything. So, I understand that. Anyway, so I checked this out, and it does look really good. My only issue, Anderson Entertainment, fix your fucking logos to actually up to Blu Ray standard. Because it's shit. I don't know what the hell you're thinking, but if you guys are going to get into Blu Ray and you're going to get into high def, you need to make sure your logos are high definition. Okay? Because I'm watching your videos, I'm watching your intro logo and stuff, and I'm like, God, it just looks blurry and fuzzy and just awful. So guys, you got to really, really work on that. That's the only criticism I have of this. The extras on the series is very minimal, which is what I like. So what they've done is they include the mono tracks to the movies, and you can actually watch it like you're watching the original VHS versions as well. So it has that look, but why would you? You got it on a nice TV, you might as well watch it in its full HD glory. And so that's what I'm going to do with this particular box set. But it's really nice that they've put it on there, and I am looking forward to checking the other movies out of this. But it was a nice little nostalgia trip for me to watch this series. This is the thing that introduced me to the whole Gerry Anderson worlds, except for Terrorhawks. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Subscribing's most important for me at the moment, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs so I can start doing these lives, and I can actually get to talk to you guys mano mano. Until then, who am I? Well, I'm Matt Pott. I'm an acquired taste, just like Thunderbirds, and I'll see you next time.